Well, good morning, everyone, and thank you for being here today. I'd like to recognize some members of the council who are with us. Bill Pridemore, the Chair of Budget and Finance, is here. Buddy Baker, the Chair of Public Safety. We also have Larry Hagar, Walter Hunt, and Linnell Matthews, and thank them for being here. With me today here in front of the Criminal Justice Center are Metro Police Chief Steve Anderson and Sheriff Darren Hall. As you know, I've spent my entire time in office making public safety a top priority. Both of these men have played major roles in making our city safer, and I thank them both for their hard work and their dedication. The Criminal Justice Center has served its purpose for the past 33 years, but its useful life as an efficient and safe law enforcement facility is over. As a former public defender for 16 years, I spent more than my fair share of time in this building, and I've watched this facility, which once looked shiny and new, slowly decay into something that clearly doesn't do what it was designed to do. There's a long history of litigation over the conditions in the Criminal Justice Center. In the late 1980s, less than 10 years after the Criminal Justice Center was built, a federal judge mandated changes. That case lasted 15 years and cost the city millions of dollars in facility upgrades, increased staffing, and costs of litigation. The CJC's plumbing is in serious question. The elevators are unreliable. The building floods regularly. The fire detection system has not worked for 3 years, requiring staff to personally conduct fire watches around the clock. And the problems go on. After reviewing a facility assessment conducted by independent experts over the past year and comparing the cost of renovating the Criminal Justice Center versus moving its operations, we've come to the conclusion that relocating the Davidson County Sheriff's operations and the Metro Police Headquarters is the best, safest, most financially sound thing we can do for Nashville's public safety. Renovations to the Criminal Justice Center and other aging sheriff office facilities and the cost of relocating inmates during the renovation period would be $103 million. Renovations of the police headquarters and relocation of the staff during the process would cost an additional $24.5 million. But even after all that time and expense and inconvenience, we would still have an inefficient building with no room for expansion. So today I'm recommending that Metro government move the sheriff's downtown operations to property the city already owns on Harding Place, the campus that's best known for the South Police Precinct. The South Police Precinct would move further into southeast Davidson County, closer to where it now needs to be considering the population growth in that area. The 163-acre Metro property on Harding Place, which also holds 3 existing detention facilities, is large enough to accommodate the sheriff's headquarters and other operations for many years. All told, constructing new facilities for the sheriff's office at Harding Place will cost $110 million. At the same time, the Metro Police Headquarters would move to land on Jefferson Street. Thank you, Chair. That we will ask the Metro Council to acquire. That move will cost $23 million, and that will be a significant move for our city. Relocating the South Precinct will cost $10 million, and it will cost $6 million to relocate other police functions. All of this taken together will cost nearly $150 million, the largest investment in public safety infrastructure that this city will have ever made. I will include this project in the capital spending plan I'll submit to the Metro Council on April 30th. Chief Anderson and Sheriff Hall will brief the Council later today. The availability of this property will present great opportunities for future leaders of our city, this property here, who could sell it or find another public use for it. Metro government also could expect to see $2 million in annual staff savings, another $1 million in utility and maintenance savings, and various other savings from shared services in the Sheriff's Office as a result of using more efficient facilities. This is not a decision we made quickly or lightly, but it became increasingly clear that it is the right thing to do. This investment will enhance our law enforcement and public safety operations for decades to come, and we need to get started on it now, not 6 months or a year or 5 years from now, but now. We can't afford to wait on replacing and relocating this facility. We could hold it together with gum and tape and baling wire, but we'd just be kicking the can down the road, and we're not going to do that. There's nothing more important than keeping our citizens safe. I look forward to joining you on a tour of the Criminal Justice Center that the Sheriff will lead following the speaking program. And now I'd like to turn the podium over to Sheriff Hall.